Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb, to another brand new installment of the Forgotten Podcast. Today for episode 23, myself and my co-host Matt Cynic will be interviewing a truly humble gentleman. He's a long-time streamer and content creator with over 3,460 subscribers and 330,000 plus views. Since starting his YouTube channel all the way back in 2018, he's established a reputation as one of the friendliest content creators around, having a welcoming aura and collection of gorgeous hats. Introducing the man, the Lock, the legend, Mr. Lockdot.
Hello.
Did it work? Did it work?
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, just came into being. God darn, Locke was before we started recording. For anybody watching or anybody listening on Spotify, yeah, Locke's just totally lost it now. For anybody watching or anybody listening, excuse me, right now on Spotify, we do have face cam on for this episode, and thankfully Locke has blessed us with his gorgeous being and this beautiful. I believe that's a lampshade. I think that's why it's called lampshade.
Yeah, I was about to say, to hide his like insanity, he's managed to find like salvation within the lampshade. I think he's formed a new ecosystem in there.
Just living in there in this beautiful bubble of lamp.
I found a lampshade outside, actually.
Oh god dang! You found a lampshade outside?
I feel like you've got lice now. Like
yeah, your man's he just stole this lampshade from someone. Like, who's to know? It's like wasn't his neighbors. He just stole the lampshade.
It was just some old woman coming out of IKEA, and he just jumped her,
ran across and just nicked her lampshade and ran away. God dang. Well, Locke, man, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, bro. Thank you for coming on with us, obviously, man. It's great to really have you here. And I mean, we've been planning this episode for a long time, actually, and Joseph and I know this, or Joseph's over here now. We've actually been wanting to do this episode of Lockdot for, I think, since last November. So it's actually been pretty much a year exactly since we've really planned out this episode, which is why it's so great to get you on, Locke. Honestly, man, it's a pleasure to have you here. Locke's just like,
we could speak about anything and just have him in the background as a hype man, and I think it would go swell.
Yeah, he's just brilliant, honestly. I mean, like, Locke, how are you feeling, man? How are you feeling today, bro? How you doing, man?
Doing alright. I don't know exactly what to do for this because I've never actually done a collab in the last.
What, like a podcast, or you mean like I thought you collab with people and like being in calls or recordings?
No, not once actually.
Well, here we go. You were saying this is first time for everything. You're doing a great job so far, man. You're looking smashing. We're loving the hair. Me and Matt Cynic, obviously, Joseph, we're actually just talking a lot about this just before the recording, saying like how we are very envious of his hair because Locke's got gorgeous long hair. I had longer hair and I cut it off like an idiot, and now I want it back. And
I've
Joseph's
been wanting
growing
long hair fucking since I was like 13. So like I've been trying to grow it out ever since, and it's just kept getting cut. And finally, like at the end of like the last pandemic we had, or like halfway through that, I was like, you know what, I want to grow my hair out, so I just will. And now I'm sitting here in a podcast with someone who's achieved like greatness before I did, and it's quite upsetting. But I'm envious, and you know what, I'm sharing the glory now on the podcast.
There you go. Well, I mean, Locke, man, let's just jump right into the actual questions, bro. And let's get this baby going, all right? Okay. I think for the first kind of question to really start this thing off with, or this interview off with you, Locke, would be, can I just ask you really about YouTube in general and the algorithm and how you felt about it in the past year? I mean, have you seen a reduction in views, subs, and even live stream viewers in this past year, like of being on YouTube, all throughout 2021?
Yes, actually, but that's also because how people are making videos has changed, and I'm making videos in a older style. I'm assuming that's what it is. So I've been changing everything up, but the views were around 20,000 a month, and they're now around 2,000 to 3,000, if I'm not mistaken. I can actually just look on my phone right now. Actually,
it's some reduction. I think you're definitely not the only one, actually, because we've spoken about this with a few other content creators and privately, right? Me and
you guys are getting views.
I know that. Just like what you've said, like no, but like we've actually spoken about this before though with a few content creators, Locke, and it definitely isn't just you. You know, like I've noticed it myself, for example, and I think Locke, you even mentioned it to me as well. Like for me and my live streams at one point, I was getting like 100 likes a live stream, about 3,000 views a live stream, which was phenomenal. And then all of a sudden, it's now gone down to like 400 views a live stream, which is like legitimately like 10 times less.
Well, I don't think we've had a guest on recently that's disagreed with that statement. I feel like there's definitely a clear trend in the algorithm at the moment that just isn't supporting many smaller creators, especially. Even some bigger creators, I've realised, have had a bit of a view drought. But it's interesting to see how these people are taking it, you know?
It's mad, actually. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Locke. Sorry.
You also have to make sure, remember though, that when the views went up, I don't know if it was for everybody, but when, at least for me, when the views went up, that was when everybody couldn't leave their house. But then as soon as school opened and whatnot, the views went downwards. So I don't know if it's the same for you guys.
So maybe like the resurgence of, you know, being sick of being online maybe has kind of got to people. I know a lot of people were moaning about that. Oh, we've got an image.
Analytics, there's analytics. Oh, I see, Locke.
That's illegal.
Flexing,
you can't show me that.
Flexing his views, you know what I'm saying? God dang, that's not too bad. But no, like I think definitely Locke has a point though, and I think Locke, you definitely are right. Like I think all of us are right. I think partially YouTube's algorithms changed. I think how YouTube promotes us as content creators has changed drastically, and that's something that we've noticed throughout the interviews that we've done, and also with actual people outside of the interviews. Like I know people in the Minecraft community, for example, who are big content creators, like, you know, 100, 200k subs, that have been saying like, listen, this is just getting really demotivating. Like I'm getting sick of this. Like every time I'm trying to put work into my content to make things better, it's going down, and it's a noticeable thing. And I think, Locke, you're not the only one. I've definitely saw the same thing. My views have gone down, you know, my subs have gone down. It's something that's kind of like, it's almost alarming, because it's quite depressing as well, because it's like, I mean, Locke, especially for you, and especially for me, and I'm sure for Joseph as well, it's one of those things where it's like, we work hard and we make good content, like, you know, and when that content doesn't get appreciated or doesn't get as many views as we expect, we can understand that. But when it's getting less than even usual, then it's even worse. It makes you feel even worse about making that content. Yeah,
like mine have been like, they've never been like exploding recently, but now they're in the negatives. You know, I'm watching other people's videos to make up for it. The algorithm just doesn't work anymore.
Watch others, folks. I was going to say, I mean, Locke, didn't you, like, for example, this is a perfect example, I feel like Locke, you done the hardcore world video, remember, it got like 10k views or something, right? Or more than that now?
So I've made a video of Minecraft. So I played Minecraft for 100 days in Minecraft hardcore. The video wasn't very good, but somehow I got 10,000 views. Then the video I made on All the Mod 6, not that many people know of it, that one got 1,000, which is very good. So I got to make another video on that. I said it a long time ago. Then I also made 1,000 days of Minecraft. Yes, 1,000 days. And that one got a whopping 100 views.
I mean, that is so demotivating, right? Because it's like, you know, you've seen the other video do successful, and then you've done it again, but even on a better scale. Like I watched your what was it, 1,000 days at Minecraft? I watched that video, and it was like, it's like 30 odd minutes long. It's like 38 minutes, I think, or something like that. And it's well edited. It's a really good video. Like you don't actually like it. It's not like just like a general upload. Like you can see you put a lot of time and effort into it. And I mean, especially considering your equipment and your Wi-Fi and all these other factors, it's really like, dude, it was, I think it's one of the best videos subjectively you've ever made, I'd say. But to see it not get as many views as the other one, it's kind of like, how? You know, it's like, what's causing this?
There is nothing worse than a inconsistent format. I remember when I was doing stuff like bot lobby glitches back on Apex. Oh,
what's that?
Wait.
Oh, there we go. Locke's back. All right, go ahead, Joseph. Sorry.
I was just saying, when you have a ongoing format for videos that are doing well, then you start putting more effort into it, and then it doesn't do as well because it's the format that gets it done, not what you put into it. But that just becomes, it's like a moral versus algorithm type thing. You know what I mean? It's like you're playing a game of luck, but you're using skill as the benefit. If you understand what I'm saying.
I get you.
So I think that's why it's stressful if it doesn't turn out. Because obviously if you're putting all this effort into 100 days and then getting less of a payoff for doing 10 times that amount, then you know that's not your fault.
No, that's definitely not.
Because if it was purely skill-based, you would have done 10 times better.
Well, the thing is, you also have to look at the average watch time as well. Like, for the 10,000 day video, the average watch time's like 3%, versus a normal video of mine's around 50. So people clicked off an average of 3% into the video, which is
which is quite early. That's yeah. I mean that's very early, isn't it? Like I mean that's what? How long was the video? Sorry,
an hour.
An hour. So that's like what? 3 minutes, right? That's like 3 minutes into it.
But 6, wouldn't it? This is maths. I'm not a fan.
Well,
you're not perfect. Sorry. No, it's fine. You go ahead. You take the. It's your podcast. Was that him? Oh, it's like what? Like it's just the mic's cut off there.
He just realised he owned a podcast.
It's the total like realism, but like no, it's one of those things where it's like you said it was 44 minutes there, but even 3% of that, it's still very short. You know, like they're only watching a few minutes in and then clicking off, which is still, I mean, even a few minutes in is still good, right? Nobody's denying that, but it's like, as opposed to what they could be watching, it's like, what's making them click off?
Can you say that again, please? It sounded equivalent like you were next to a blender with some forks in it, with also a, I was gonna say nuclear bomb. I don't think hopefully that's a fine word to say. Sounds like there's
I get. Sorry, I was gonna say no. It's cool. Yeah. It must be on your end Wi-Fi. Make sure your tabs are closed. I gotta say this right now for anybody watching. Lockdot's got really bad Wi-Fi currently, and he's told me his speeds they are horrendously bad. Right, like worse than mine, and I'm known for having bad Wi-Fi. So if it's a little bit laggy sometimes on his end, and you hear that, that's just simply due to that. But you know, we're trying to bear with it, of course, as well. But no, Lock. So what I was saying there was basically like it's a factor that even a 44-minute long video, only 3% watching is still, it's very low, you know, compared to like even 10%, you know, or 20%, you know what I mean? So it's quite a shame. Like, it's quite demotivating, I can imagine, for you as well as a content creator, because you're like, damn, like I've worked this hard to make this video and like nobody's watching the whole way through.
Weirdly enough, it doesn't really affect me in a way. It's more of a people didn't like that video, I wonder what I could do differently. Yes, I've made 1,000 videos in different ways, every single video, but it's different. Oh, okay, let's try something else. Okay, let's try something else. Okay, let's try something else. Except I keep the format, or not format, but the video type that people like, you know, is sort of an old style, at least on my channel, which is good though, because it uses, you know, less time to make the videos, but it's also less appealing to a lot of people, because I go and look at like Wadzi. Do you know who he is? Or Radzi?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I go over and look at his videos and go, okay, so people, you know, like, he blew up from making, I know, a video, I think it was PewDiePie, but, no, that was Dream, I don't know, but Wadzi made, you know, a bunch of, like, not Skyblock videos and hardcore videos, and those did pretty good, so I was thinking, okay, so I need to probably try to do similar things to him, not specifically like that. I'm not going to copy the video title, but like do the same sort of things. Like he went over and got like, I think it was 1,000 bees in Minecraft, so I should get 1,000 wolves in Minecraft or something.
Yeah.
And then he goes over and, you know, edits those videos in a way, and I'm thinking, that's not bad. I should probably try to edit them in a way like that as well. Basically what I do is I go and look at like, a channel that's doing good, and then I go, you know, this video is doing better. What could it be? I think the watch time's probably high because it's very watchable. So I copied their editing stuff for my videos.
I've got to admit, I was going to say, I kind of got that feeling, honestly. Like, well, not like that, no disrespect. I was like, for example, with your hardcore video, the first one, I got like Luke the Notable kind of vibes, right? Like, it really gave me those kind of like Luke the Notable vibes. And I was like, yo, this is like the way you were doing the commentary and everything, and like the sound effects and occasional. I was like, this guy's got it good. Like, it sounds like Luke the Notable. Like, it's obviously like your own version.
Such a integral part of creating content where you don't always realize it, but the inspiration you can take from other content creators can be incredibly impactful in what you make, and it's such a passive thing as well. Like, I've realized a few times, like not in a drastic measure, but just as an example, if I was to be making an edit and making a video on a topic, if I was to watch someone such as Pyrocynical at the time, my edits would become more snappy because in my head it would be like, that I was enjoying that, you know, so therefore when I'm editing, I'm gonna make it in a way that I find it enjoyable.
Yeah,
you know? It's just something like that's so integral when it comes to creating your own stuff.
I think all of us take inspiration from the content creators, but we'll move on to the next question because we dwelled on this one. I'll let Joseph continue because I can tell he's getting ready to.
Overall, when it comes to content, if you could go back and tell yourself one thing before starting your channel, what would it be?
It's locked. I was going to say locked. It's saying frozen.
Doesn't want to speak to anything.
It locks. For anybody again listening or watching right now, Locke has said he has got really poor Wi-Fi, so there's occasional issues here. And if you're watching on YouTube, of course, you can see the face cam. Locke's totally froze, and it's kind of like brilliant. But we'll give him a minute. He's hopefully reconnecting. That's his Wi-Fi. Should we take a break?
Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Forgotten Podcast.
Thanks for watching, peeps. Have a great day. You haven't said, oh my god. I'll try and move them and add them back to the stream. See if we can get them back in here. It's his Wi-Fi is that bad. It's really
Was the
really
question that bad? Okay.
There he is. There he is. Hey, Lockie, hear us?
Yes, I'm turning my resolution down from.
Good idea.
My resolution. It's already a 360p. I can't go lower.
All right. Well, just keep it like that, man. Keep it like. Did you hear Joseph's question? Do you want him to do it again?
I didn't know he actually asked the question. So yes.
All right. Okay.
Great stuff.
All right,
Great stuff.
let Joseph
Right, well,
go. Here we go.
Sorry.
Well, just speaking of content in general, if you could go back and tell yourself one thing before starting and creating your channel, what would it be?
I certainly don't know.
And what would your response to that be if you heard that information?
I just don't know. You're saying it.
Me neither, mate. Let's make this channel.
Making videos.
I mean, there must be something that like you've like personally dealt with, or like a mistake that you've made, and like, because I mean you've been making content for years, right? So like I can imagine there must be like one thing that you've like went, oh man, I wish I hadn't done it like that. I wish I tried to do it like this. You know what I mean? Something.
I can think of one. So
all right.
The original series on the channel is the Let's Play series. It's the one that it's the first video I ever made. If there actually ever is a last video. Actually, no, if there ever is a last video, it's because I've been terminated, so I guess I can't go over and actually make it so I can make that. Never mind. But, like, it's the first video I ever made, is the Let's Play video. And the world has... I've been through 3 different worlds. The first world I did a lot in. Though the issue is, I wasn't able to fix... I wasn't able to join people's worlds because my account was giving me errors. And it turns out I did something wrong with my account, and I should have just fixed my account, but I thought, okay, let's uninstall Minecraft and reinstall it, because I googled, you know, will it save my worlds? And it said yes. And so I uninstalled Minecraft, reinstalled it, and my world was gone. And so was all other ones.
Oh darn!
So
I mean, what, your advice would be like what, to not do that, or like to look,
yes.
or to be more careful? Yeah. Oh, I get you. That's a fair piece of advice.
Don't uninstall Minecraft Java. I mean, don't uninstall Minecraft Bedrock and Minecraft Pocket Edition. I mean, they're both the same thing, but like, don't uninstall it on the phone or on the computer. You can uninstall Java.
I absolutely love that you've been granted the power of time travel, and your information is, hey, don't uninstall Minecraft.
It could do anything. He's like, oh, invest in Bitcoin. Like, no, just don't uninstall Minecraft. Like, don't do it.
Don't
like,
harass that woman. You know, it's like, it's just
no.
Minecraft.
It's just no. Can't lose the worlds. That's a real gamer answer. I'll give you that. Fair play. That's a real gamer answer.
Man's dedicated to the grind.
That's what it is. But yeah, I'll go to my question then. Right. All right. I'll go to there. And this is related to content creation and your time on YouTube. So you've been streaming now for almost 4 years, which, like, may I just say, well done for that. I know it's not an easy task, so congratulations. And in that time, I can imagine you've had some pretty awesome and some pretty, I guess, not so awesome experiences, right? What is your personal best memories though from streaming? Like, what if you had to pick one single memory of like, or one single event that happened during a stream, like a big donation, or people getting raided, or you know, you getting raided, or anything crazy, like even your most popular stream, or best moment, most humble moment, whatever it would be, what would be like a moment that comes to mind?
Well, it's rare when I get raided, and usually when I get raided, it is by insert millions of bleeps right here, name. That's what the name is. It's like millions of bleeps. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
F word, F word, F word, F word, F word, C word, F word, F word, A word. It's all.
I'm not familiar with these words. Could you give me a demonstration?
I don't want to do this. We're going to demonetize the podcast.
No, don't worry. You can't demonetize us if we aren't monetized, right? So go ahead. Hey, yo, fuck YouTube. You're saying, I'm like, no, do whatever you wish.
It's words you can't even say on YouTube, I don't think. So, yeah, like, the N-word as well. There's a bunch of...
No, don't do it. Whoa. No. Just, whoa, no, shit, no, it's fine. Next question.
Go away, Susan, it's fine.
Oh my god. The best moment. I don't know. I mean, there's something pretty neat. I mean, I hit 1,000 subscribers exactly 1 year after starting YouTube. So,
oh, wow.
Something, and I also got monetized 1 year after. At least I hit 4,000 hours exactly 1 year after starting YouTube. I don't know. I hit 2.
It's hard watching other people watch, like, live your dream and stuff. Oh my god, I'm too tired for this.
Joseph's very bitter because he hasn't he hasn't got enough watch time to get monetization. So
Okay,
he's sitting here like,
I was 60 hours away, and I didn't realize, right, that unlisting videos would remove my watch time. And the thing is, right, I didn't know until I watched one of Joe's recent vlogs, right, that if you reach monetization, it doesn't go away again. I thought you had to do it every year. So if I just stuck with it, I could have then reset my channel.
yep.
Okay, so yeah, I'm a little bit mad, alright? Deal with
A little bit gutty, but I mean, so your best moment for you would be what, you hit 1,000 subs and you got monetization in a stream. Was it like during the stream this happened, or was it just like you hit 1K during the stream?
Well, the same stream I hit 1,000 subscribers. I also hit 4,000 hours of watch time. I didn't, immediately get monetized. Takes, I think, took about 4 months for them to actually monetize me. It's 4 months. I don't know how, but whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. Long story short, a bunch of stuff got lost in the mail because our mailman likes delivering it to the wrong house.
Oh, dude, and yet you have to, when you get monetization, a lot of people don't know, but you actually have to get a letter through the mail that comes to your address, and then they say like, oh, here's like a certain amount of money we're going to put in your account, or like, what was it again? I think it's like, they say something like, oh, put this, it's some sort of code or something. I think it's a code. I can't remember what it was, but I remember getting it. Yeah, and you have to like put that in correctly, and then they deposit a very small amount of money, like 10 or 20 cents or whatever, into your account, but you've got to know exactly how much they deposited, and then you can put that in and fill in the form, and it's a real pain. Like, trust me, it really is, and I'm sure Locked Out, it's not easy.
And then there's also something, I hung that little thing in like not a picture, but like just out of the way, just on the wall, and
that's cool.
I always, not because I want to keep it there, it's more of a, will I ever need it again? I don't know. So
no, yeah, you'll be good to be good. Yeah, it's just in case. Don't lose it, keep it there, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
And I figure, my eyes get sometimes a bit tired, I would think, from recording or whatever, so like if I want to look away for a second, I
just check how much is in your account.
No,
just glance
and look at
the millions.
It's a piece of paper.
Oh, does it motivate you? Is it like what gets you up in the morning?
You see the little AdSense logo or whatever, so I'm always just looking at it.
You see glaring in his eyes every time he records.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, like just looking at the fucking little logo. That's pretty cool. Fair play, man. Fair play, Log.
We kind of breathed over this
logo.
earlier.
It's just something small I can look at across the room.
I think this is the delay that we found out.
There is, yeah.
There is a slight delay. I think I'll speak and then someone else will speak because there's just like a slight delay. We move on. Well, we kind of went over this earlier, and I just thought it was cool because it was something that when I was writing down the questions, I thought it was an interesting topic that a lot of smaller creators would like to delve into, because I feel like a lot of smaller creators are actually quite scared of moving to different types of content, and I think you've kind of maintained in one area. But my question is, do you think a channel can be successful forever without deviating to any other forms of content?
Can you say the last sentence again? It turned into fork in a blender.
Yeah, that's a common reoccurrence, apparently. Do you think a channel can be successful? Oh, is there an earthquake or something?
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Do you think a channel can be successful forever without deviating from any forms of content, or to any other forms of content?
No, definitely not.
Really?
Straight up no.
Oh, okay. Some pretty hardcore Minecraft content out there.
I mean, Stampy Cat. Sorry, go ahead, Locke. I'll let you go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I insist.
I find it funny. Joe's always, you go ahead, and I'm always, you go ahead. So we're just always stuck in the talk, I guess.
It's a loop. It's a never-ending, painful loop. Alright, no, okay, well, do you want me? I'll go ahead. Alright, I know, I was just gonna say, like, because, I mean, that's a pretty bold statement, saying, like, you can never stay on one game forever, basically, right? Which is interesting. I think it's an interesting way of putting it, but it's like, I mean, what about people like Stampy Cat, who have really, I mean, they have done different games, but the majority of them have done Minecraft. Or people like, try to give it other examples. I mean, really, it's only people like that, I think is like IBX Toy Cat, Echo X Soldier, these other content creators of Minecraft. They have done other content, so I guess it's kind of like a bit biased, but I mean, what would you say? Would you say like you do need to do other types of content, like different games, different stuff to succeed?
Well, I'm probably going to be doing Minecraft forever, but the thing is, how the videos are made isn't working. So I want to change, how the videos are. There's not a specific way. Whatever gets the most watch time and views, and also whichever one I like watching the best as well. Like, if I already hate watching one of the videos, well, why would I make another one that I actually hate watching?
I get you. That makes it makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
Like Mumbo Jumbo, he didn't change that much either. Like, in the last 3 years, I've watched him on and off. He's went over and I think put music on. I mean, he got rid of his outro because of a copyright reason, and then he just
I remember that
in the start of his video, and that's all that he changed, and that's good because, like, people like how his videos are right now, so he can do it forever. That's also the same with Stampy. Like, people like Stampy's videos. I didn't watch Stampy a long time ago. I just recently heard of him, but I know who he is. Like, he did the same, style forever, and the reason why I'm assuming is because, well, people were watching him. That's why he got popular. That made no sense. People are watching him because they like how his style is. That's what I'm trying to say. And I'm sure, I don't know if he'd still be doing the same style if he didn't get as much views, but, he might. I have no idea. I don't know him.
Yeah, no, I think I know where you're coming from. What you're saying, definitely, it's like people are subbed to him because of a style that he does, and it's not like it's just like a generic style. I mean, everybody, you can make content, you can edit generically, but it doesn't mean that your content is generic. You can have a certain way of doing it. And for example, with Stampy, it's like his is more. It's tailored for the younger audiences. It's family friendly. It's kind of like like it's nice to listen to. He's not like aggressive or deep voice or anything. He's got quite a light and very chill voice that you can listen to.
It's just a boring
nice.
Catman Joe, if you think about it.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. He's the bootleg Catman Joe. I'm telling you right now, that's what it is. But like, no, but it's I get that though. Like, he doesn't have to deviate from quite. Same with Mumbo. Like, Mumbo Jumbo, he makes still phenomenal content and still is one of the top dogs in the Minecraft community. I mean, for God's sake, he was in this year's Minecraft Live, wasn't he? Like, he's very successful and he's still doing great. Hermitcraft is still very popular, etc. So I don't think you have to deviate from making content on the same game to be successful. Like, I think you can always stay to the same game, but there is an extent. Like, if you're doing, say, Minecraft and it's getting you no views, then you probably should try to do something different. Don't just continuously stick at it, try to do other things.
Yeah, like, I am running out of things I could try, like, currently that I've seen on YouTube to go over and change how the videos are, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to be out like 4 months from now, because 4 months from now there's going to be like 500 more people who went on YouTube and blew up. Maybe not 500 people, but I can't make 500 videos a year. I mean, I could, but the videos would not be good quality at all. I mean, they're not good quality right now either, probably. Maybe they are, I don't know, but yeah. What was I saying? My brain just broke.
I'll give you a minute.
I don't know.
What was funny,
he lost.
It wasn't his Wi-Fi that was buffering. It was his brain.
Yeah, it was just woo, like the cogs turning. God dang.
No. Oh yeah, but Minecraft content. So I'm probably gonna be making Minecraft content forever. Though I'm gonna have separate channels. I want to do other things besides Minecraft, not different games, but like I want to have a technology channel where I don't know how to explain it.
Like a tech review thing.
Basically, for anyone watching, if you know what an RTX 3060 is, and if you know like what an AMD LE1640 is,
graphics card.
Yes, it's a somewhat high-end graphics card, and then the CPU is, well, it has one core and one thread. I'd combine both of them together in a computer, and I'd make videos with it. Or I'd go over and like make a $100, system video. And it's not like I'd lose money doing that, because I could go over and sell the computer for $100 more than I, built it for. Like,
yeah.
Just, like the math today, like to get a somewhat good. That's the wrong thing. I have it on here. Here it is. I don't change the text document name from new document, but there you go. Like, I did the math on here, and it came out to like $135 for a somewhat decent computer. And I'd, make a video on it. Like, you don't need to buy a $5,000 computer to play Roblox or something. You can buy it. You can build one. It's just from parts. granted, be careful, but you want to, you know, make sure you're building a computer from a super cheap one for the first time, so you don't break it. Like, if you break it, it's not, you know, the end of the world, because it's like a $5 CPU. Literally, the CPU is worth $5. So it's, yeah, it's, you broke $5.
You want to like build PCs essentially. You want like a tech sort of building
channel, yeah, like
channel,
like can give advice, because obviously you seem like you have quite a lot of knowledge on PC stuff. Like even like for me, like I've got a PC right here, this beautiful baby right here, right? But I don't know that much about PCs. I couldn't build my own. I think we talked about it yesterday in a call, right?
Yes.
And it's like Joseph's the same way. Joseph's still kind of, he's gonna get a PC, and I don't think, Joseph, you know that much about PCs.
I'm in a bit of a middle ground. Like I need to learn, because like that's what I'm saving up for. Because this thing down here, man, like you might as well plug your like phone or like any other electrical outlet into a rock to get a better outcome. But like you know, I've got this for now.
Yeah. Well, that's, and it's like, I think that's what you're saying, Locke. Obviously, is like what you want to do is a tech review kind of channel, but it's not really reviewing. It's more also educational. Like it's an educational channel for tech. Like you're going to be teaching people about PCs and the budget-friendly PCs and how they all work and whatnot.
Well, it'll be sort of everything. Technology, and yeah, that was my phone. I don't know what happened, but it'll be sort of everything. Okay? So like, I might do some videos on Windows 11 and like trying to utterly destroy it. I might go over and make the worst possible bottleneck ever, like putting a putting a lawnmower engine in a semi truck. If you know what a semi truck is, that's basically what I'm doing, except in computers. No, wait, what happened?
What? No, sorry, Justice muted. I'm laughing. It's because of your ringtone, man. It's like it's an, or the text. It's such an old kind of like ringtone. I've not heard that. It's like a Nokia brick, right? So it's like a really. Oh, but it got me, man. That got me. It got me good.
Well, oh no. Okay, don't do that. You might crash your computer. But I just want to move on to a staple when it comes to TFP. We have a little ongoing thing called the Forgotten 7, which is where we ask our guests 7 more personal questions to get to know them a bit better and help paint a more clear picture of who they are as a person behind the content. So what I'll do is I'll ask you 7 questions and you'll give me the most genuine answer you can. Does that sound good?
Are you asking me? I don't know if you're talking to the camera or you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Say yes.
It's just like someone's playing a trumpet right now. Like,
No, that's not her. I mean, I do have an accordion, but it's not at this house. And I also have accordions.
Locke, you are a character, bro. We love you. I'm saying, we love you, man. You're a character.
If you want, I could blow everybody's ears out by playing.
Oh no! Accordions are cool though. My grandfather can play an accordion. But Joseph, do you want to try again? I'm losing my shit. That's what Joseph's putting in the private chat right now. Nobody can see except for me and Locke. Oh fuck, Joe, you want to try it, man? You want to mute and just try it? He's basically want to ask you the Forgotten 7, which is our 7 more personal questions.
It's so hard drinking water right now without spitting it all over the monitor.
Oh man.
I went, alright, Locke Dot, here's 7 questions for you as an individual. Who are you speaking to?
What? Man, literal tears. You know what I'm saying?
I am reading that again. Here's the 7 questions. Okay.
God.
This is an ongoing thing we really have though.
Wow, my phone's hot.
Just dying.
Okay, it's a tendency every time I ever get into any call, I end up breaking the person I'm talking to.
Oh my god.
I've broken you. If I get on a call with KRTW,
it wasn't meant to be this complex.
Oh wait, the video updated. It looks like Catman Joe's currently sleeping. His head's on his desk like this.
I'm in tears, man. I'm in literal tears. God dang, man. Oh my god, I'm actually in tears. Jesus. Lockman, you're gonna kill me.
The thing is, I don't even understand how. Like,
it was because No, it was. You know what it was? It was because Joseph. It was a ringtone that first got us laughing, right? And then after that, Joseph was asking you directly the Forgotten 7 questions, and as he was asking you them directly, he went, "Hey, Lockjaw, let me ask you the questions." And you just went, "Wait, me?" Like it was just totally got stitchy.
I'm gonna die.
Oh man. Oh, that was too good. I'm sorry, man. Oh, runny nose, man. I'm laughing at
My
my
throat hurts so much. Right. Okay. I'm not going to do that again. Okay, well, we've got an ongoing thing where we usually ask the guests 7 questions, and we always start off with one that me and Joe find personally quite interesting, because it's something that no one really speaks about, but it's something we all kind of have in common, and it obviously varies between different creators anyway. But whenever people are making content, they usually have some sort of routine or outfit they have while making content. For example, Joe's a freak and he likes to wear shoes while making content. Every now and then again, I'll wear like a full waistcoat or something because I'm just a nutcase. But, you know, I don't wear shoes, so it's fine. Is there any sort of outfit you wear while you're making content?
So I'm utterly lazy. So what I wear every day is a red shirt. It's too big for me. This one just, it's way too big for me. And also, jeans.
Jesus, stand up on his fucking desk. Show us his jeans.
I'm convinced you're a sim.
You don't believe me when I say I wear jeans all the time.
I'm convinced you're a sim, bro. You're from The Sims. Yes.
The Sim. Sounds familiar.
How do you exist? It's great.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, The Simpsons.
I don't.
Oh, Walkman.
Fuck, you're killing us.
Congratulations.
You're killing us, bro. We love you, man, but you're killing us. I love you, man. Oh my god.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
I don't know. I've not been given too much advice. I guess not to cuss on YouTube, so I don't get terminated. I guess that's one. Advice. Somebody told me not to delete Minecraft after deleting Minecraft. So that's pretty important. I already deleted Minecraft after he gave me that. So that was utterly not useful, but it is useful for past me, which past me is not the me that should have been given to. So it doesn't matter. I don't know. You've got me there.
Fair play. Sorry, man. I think I'm gonna have to take over the Forgotten 7 questions because Joseph's just dying here. Like, my man, he's putting in the chat, I'm done. Locke, man, you're cracking us up, bro. Locke, I don't know how you do it, man. You're an actual comedic genius. I'm telling you, man. You got us crying and laughter over here, man. We're sitting dying, man. All right.
So someone has to go over and try one of these. I think it's called character or whatever, like what you are, and it went over and said I'm a comedian or whatever. So I guess. You know, I went over and
no, I think you are, man. You got us crying, man. Laughter. I haven't laughed this much since the episode 15 of Gallium episode. We got a friend of mine called Gallium on, and we were just in tears and buckles because we were all messing with the script. But this is great. So, all right, Joseph, you want to unmute and we'll try again? I'll continue. Or Joseph, do you want to try? I want to see Joseph continuously go up this hill of like trying to say these questions. Oh man, I don't think you can laugh anymore, Joseph. I think you're done.
I can't wait for like a YouTube short to come up and be like Joe's descent into madness.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay.
This might be the most popular YouTube short on your channel.
You never know. It could be right. It's just us laughing. It could exactly. That's it. It could be the funniest one.
What is your absolute dream job? What do you aspire to be, my friend?
Well, there's two things, 2.5. YouTube, but it's okay. So I want to be renting houses out across the United States. And possibly, this is the weirdest thing. So okay, my dad rents houses out, and I want to do it too. So I want to like get houses and like rent them out. You know, not in California, too expensive, and the rents are too low. But like if I want to go to like you know, I want to start in a mundane place.
Oh no, Locke, man, I don't know what it is, bro. You just guys dying.
Yeah, I'll just do this.
Oh my god. Joseph, you can unmute, man. You can unmute.
It's the contrast for me. So I'd like to be a YouTuber or a landlord. I just didn't expect it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What got you into wanting to be a landlord?
So I got like the Kingdom in Arizona, and I went to this guy. They can get a house for $50,000, like £40,000.
It's not too bad. That's pretty cheap.
I'm gonna need a strafe jacket after this.
In the straight jacket? I never heard this before. You can get a house for like 50,000, and you can rent it out for like $1,500 a month or $1,000 a month. So that's pretty good. It'll pay itself off after 5 years, and then you got $5,000 a month income. So
I've got. I don't know why, but it's so. I love laughing so much while I just hear finances in the background.
Wait, I've just missed the math.
Okay, you can't make this one funny in any way possible. Are you a morning or a night person?
Wait, what? Wait, how many years is 50
I said morning or night, bro.
Oh my god.
It showed up for a second. It's 4 something years. But after that,
That's not an answer to if you're a morning or a night person.
Yeah,
4 or something years. Good. Okay, you know what? Next time someone asks me that question, I'll say 4 years as well. How do you know what? What's the strangest habit you have? I'm well. Oh god.
coffee.
What?
What? You're speaking in sim.
People don't understand. Like, I drink coffee, and I'm 16. I've been drinking coffee forever. I don't know why. I just like coffee. It's not like I go over and put creamer in it. It's simply coffee here. Alright? So, people always go over and go, why do you drink coffee? You're 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. I was 5 or 6 years old. I've been drinking coffee for a while. I used to not drink coffee. I used to drink like about a teacup. Now I drink about this. And now not this entire cup. The coffee maker is simply not big enough to fill this cup all the way up. Like about this much coffee. Wait, wrong way. The camera's broken.
What's your favorite type of coffee?
I have no specific favorite. What was it? There's a coffee I got a while ago, and it is the utterly worst coffee I've had. Because
Really?
it tastes equivalent to when I made a mistake and the cup was full of dirt.
Wait, what?
So,
You
Just want to drink my tea, man.
okay, so what happened was, I got this free cup, because it was just at a garage sale on the ground. It had dirt in it. And I was cleaning it out. I didn't dump it out, and my coffee was done. So I went.
Just
and,
to stay
cup
muted.
had, water, and it was dirty
Trying,
like coffee.
man.
So I set it down. I got the coffee, went, set it down in my room, and then I went back to like washing the dishes, and then I reached over to the cup and had the dirty stuff in it. Took a sip of it. I thought that was weird tasting coffee.
So you drunk dirt?
Do you reckon that's had any side effects?
Cancer, everything. It tasted wrong. I think I figured it out after I figured out that the coffee was sitting in my room. And it was at this house as well. And I was just sitting here like, okay. No, I mean, like, coffee tastes like dirt now, I guess. Because it is dirt. But there's a coffee that I had that tastes exactly like that. Like, equivalent. I seriously thought I was drinking dirt again. It was a great value one, and it was from Aldi's. What is it? No, not Aldi's. It was from the 99-cent store, or I guess over there it would be the Dollar Bargain, or the Pound.
Yeah, we have Poundland. Poundland's a store in the UK here. Yeah.
Oh my god.
99p or whatever store. For you, I guess it would be 99p. Actually,
Yeah.
74p, because 75p per dollar in the United States dollar. So yeah, it'd be 75p store. Don't get coffee from
Why
there.
are you not working in finances, man?
Well,
Right.
75p per dollar because I googled it earlier because I was in a Discord, like the chat of a person called Dodd does tech stuff, and someone was saying, asking like, what can I do to, like get a job? And I was thinking, what do you know how to fix computers? And he says yes. I said, okay, you can charge like $100 to build a computer.
Yeah.
And he said, what is that? So I googled it, it was like $75 in pounds. So I know $100, and it's like negative 25% right now of 25% less than a United States dollar. That's what I'm trying to say. So
I get you.
It's
Now,
weird. So
I'll
we
be
go
honest.
from dying to now finance.
I'll be honest. I feel like
Weird video on the internet.
I feel like this can go anywhere, just because you give off that vibe. What is one thing we would never guess about you? And I don't feel like I could be inaccurate with guessing here, but go on.
I generally don't know. One thing you couldn't guess about me, I can, okay, so I'm a video maker, but I also do a lot of other stuff. Well, sometimes. Like, I can do flooring, I can do electrical, I can do plumbing, I can do walling, drywalling, I can do, what is it called? You put the tape, so when you have two bits of drywall, alright, you put them together, and then you put tape down the middle, and it's got like...
You've got so much know-how in, like, 8 different industries, and it stresses
Yeah, my
me
man's,
out.
he's got everything, man. That's a plumber. How did you learn all these things?
Because my dad has houses, and we fix them and rent them.
Oh, okay,
He
yeah,
hasn't been able to do that much for the last, like, 6 months. He had a hernia. It's huge, like the size.
Oh, a hernia,
like,
you mean?
It's about the size of do you know what a subway is?
Yes.
Yes.
About a subway foot long, basically.
Jesus. Is he okay now?
That's a great sentence.
Yeah. I mean, yes,
Yes.
But they say he needs exercise or whatever to get better, so he's doing that. Though he's not getting any better, so he's probably gonna go back. He went to urgent care last time, so I think he's gonna go to the emergency room next time he goes to see if they can actually like do some scans on him and whatnot to see like what is wrong, because he's not getting any better, and he doesn't really enjoy that because it's used to a for him to really walk around, which is not ideal for him because he likes doing a lot of stuff like building houses. Yeah. And he also wants to stay in shape because he's like 75, and it's hard to stay in shape.
Oh wow,
he was in good shape, so. He still is in some.
I mean, wow, 75. So what? You're 16 right now, right?
Yes.
So wow, he was 60 basically when he had a kid. That's crazy.
59. I have no idea.
I mean,
75 or 74.
Do you have any siblings like yourself, or are you just an only child?
So there's me. I have a stepbrother. I rarely talk to him because he doesn't like me. I don't know why. He's just never liked me.
I don't know why. I would have you as my stepbrother. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Then there is his sister, and then there is, I think he has a couple of stepbrothers. I got genuinely no idea.
Welcome to the Ancestry podcast.
That's what it is. That's what it is. So you don't have any like full brothers or full sisters? Like no, yeah, all right, okay. So I mean, okay, that's mad.
Nor really anyone I know in real life either, actually. So I'm kind of just like me doing my own thing in a way.
All right, okay. I was gonna say there real quick. Like, so did you grow up with them, or like, I mean, like for you, for example, right? Like, your dad, right? He's 75. You said, right? So, how old are your stepbrothers and sisters? Are they like a lot older than you, or a little bit younger, or a little bit older?
One of them's in their 40s.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, okay. I get you.
I genuinely don't even remember their name, so that's a good track record. I'm horrible at names. If you tell me a name, I will forget it in record time. If you tell me an age, I will also forget it in record time. I only think my dad's in 75 or 74.
Oh wow, but no, that's all. I mean, it's amazing how much he does from the sound of things.
That is insane though, because my
my
granddad was 73 and he passed recently. So like seeing someone in that shape at that age is fantastic.
And you said that he keeps active, like he did until the hernia, but like he was working on the houses, and I'm guessing you helped him and like just doing stuff like that. Yeah.
He, like if we were replacing, if we did it somewhat recently, though it was a bit hard for him because he is, I don't know how heavy he is, upper 200-pound area, I think it was. So getting up and down the ladder is a bit sore for him, but you know, we get up there and like tear the roof off and replace it. He did, I think, wait, what did he do? He was the one who was helping lift the shingles, that's what they're called, off the roof.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because, you know, you got the big, it's a fork with, it's a square with forks on. Okay, wait, does the UK, no, the UK has forks, China doesn't. They use chopsticks.
Yes, the UK has fork. A pitchfork or anything, is that what you mean?
I have a dirty fork here that might have mold on it. I don't know what's going on. There's that mold.
Why do you have a dirty fork? What? Why is that just in there?
So basically, that's just...
Why does
Oh
this
my
feel like
God.
a construction class Zoom call?
So basically, it's like a fork, okay? Like, okay.
No, I'm pretty sure that is a fork.
The shingle, and you lift the shingles up, and then you throw them off the roof.
Oh, yeah, I get. Is that? Do you not mean a pitchfork by any chance? No, it's not that.
No. Can I share? No, I don't dare share my screen.
Yeah, because you think I'll mess up the Wi-Fi, but no, it's cool.
Your house will be in if that happens. Don't do
If you
Insert roofing.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, roofing. Shingle remover. Google that.
Okay, shingle remover. What's it? It's let me just check right now. Let me see. There's a few different things. Slater's remover. Let me just see. There's heavy duty floor scraper. Now this. Let me see. I see what you mean. though. I can see it now. The tools. I'm trying to think what the actual name of it is. Coil
the
nailer.
bottom of it sort of like the bottom of it's flat, so you'd set it down and tile would be flat, and then it has like a triangle set going up with the little fork at the end, so you can stick it under the shingle and then you pop the shingle up.
I think it's actually. I was gonna say I think it's actually just called a shingle remover. I think that's what it's called. I can see here, like there's some that are called like Red Ripper and whatnot, like all these other, but it's just different brands. But I think it's just a shingle remover. So yeah, I get you.
I don't have a clue what they're called. I was just genuinely guessing because we got it for free at a garage sale because that's how we get a lot of stuff. Because yeah,
it's not too bad.
Actually,
No,
I
it's
probably didn't look
cool.
it free. It's probably like $5, but still though, yeah. Because not all stuff at garage sales is free, but you know, not much is actually at garage sales are free.
Yeah, because it's a sale. Like yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I get you. I get
The
you. No,
last
that makes
question
sense.
of the Forgotten Seven: have you ever had a nickname?
What? I
How did you get that name then?
then? Sorry, Rusty, what was that again? Or mouse?
He's just trying to
Okay,
kill him.
I was just on your purple gorilla. I mean, okay, a gorilla's a upgrade over a panda, okay? I called you a slime panda before, now calling you a green gorilla. Actually, that sounds to be a compliment now.
I am lost for words. Joseph, you want to try your question again?
Sorry, I'm having some sort of brain damage. Okay, so basically, right? Have you ever had any form of nickname, and what was it, and how did you get it?
My nickname, I guess, is Locke. I mean, my real name is Jonathan, but I don't have any nickname. I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess John could be a nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I
never
get that.
Called John. Oh, I know
So-
what my nickname is. It's Johnathan, because that's how people spell my name. Because there's two different types of Jonathans, and my name is the type that nobody spells it like. So
Oh, okay.
I go over like, I'm on the phone and they say, "Okay, can we have your name for reference or whatever?" And I say Jonathan, and then they go over and you know they type it in, and then they don't ask me to spell it back, and I don't think of it. And then they call me back again in the future and say, "Hello, can you spell out your name, please?" Jonathan.
Locked up.
We don't have that name.
Locked up.
Yeah, I should just do locked up. Like, the problem is, they
Yeah, no,
type
like
it-
it strikes me that you just remind me of like you're like the human equivalent of a crossword, and I love it.
Yeah,
It's
there's
just-
so much.
There's so much jam packed into this. Like,
Yeah.
we had a finance lesson, a construction lesson. We spoke about shingles at one point.
There's so
it's
much more
great.
beneath you. Like, yeah, it's like, I think with you, Locke, is like you come across on YouTube as this like really friendly, nice guy, but you also come across as
In
like just
reality,
this.
you're.
You've got so many other things that you do as well in your life. You know, like for example, even like your name Jonathan, right? Like I would never have guessed your name. Like for me, obviously it's Joe. Or my real name is Joseph. Same with other Josephs here. We're both called Joseph. Our real names. We're actually all three of us here are Jay, which is pretty cool, right? Jonathan, Joseph, and Joseph. But like, yeah, it's really cool, right? But it's like you never like for us, you could kind of guess our names. Joseph's maybe not as much. Mine, yeah, you could get it. Joe, obviously.
When are you going to start telling us about your underground rap career?
Oh, we need to know. Yeah. He said your underground rap career. Yeah, he's just messing with you.
Yeah, can you say that again, please? It sounded like somebody went over and had a cow fart inside of the both of your speakers at the exact same time.
Okay.
Question 8, Joe. Question 8.
Right, yeah. So going into question 8, we got this. Looking over your channel, it says you started YouTube on September 7th, 2018. Then you released your first video on your channel on September 8th playing Minecraft. But what some people don't actually know is that you actually had another channel before your current one, didn't you? Which actually really was, I get a totally different kind of project and channel. What happened to that channel? Why did you abandon it?
Actually, you might not know it. I've had more than one other channel before that.
Oh, I know. We've got that in the next question. Stay tuned. It's gonna be interesting.
Let's see. Let me see, because I genuinely am having a hard time. So the first one was.
It was Lockdot, the original Lockdot.
No, that wasn't the original. It was We Will Fix It.
That's really appropriate.
Yeah, Bob the Builder. Sorry.
It's 2012, but I didn't create it. But yeah, it was. Let me see if I can find it on here. It's hard to find filters. I go to type channel. I said yeah, channel.
Right.
Let's see, where is it? Yeah, it's this one here. It has 7 subscribers and 81 videos. Its first video was. If I could scroll down to the bottom. Okay, click this. Its first video was on June 10th, 2018. It has 1 like and 21 views.
But wait, that isn't your oldest channel. That's what I was going to say. Your other channel, the original Lockdot one, the one that I found, was the one that you done Roblox on, right? Like, then you end up abandoning it, right? I don't think that's the same channel. Maybe it is, in fact, right? But you abandoned it. So that's what I was asking. Why did you leave that channel behind?
Well, I should probably go through all the history. So, okay, I have Lock Thoughts, Lockdot, Lockdot 1, Lockdot 2, We Will Fix It, and like 10 other accounts. The first one I ever made, or was making videos on, was We Will Fix It. That was the first ever channel I made, and I did privatize one video on it, I think, because it got like 5,000 views, and it was the worst vacuum repair video on the internet. It was like, there's so many better other ones. And you pick the one where I don't know how to talk in front of a camera, and have a bad time holding the phone, and the sun's in my face, and you can't understand me because of the wind, and where I'm trying to explain how to clean the vacuum filter out. So I went over and, I still have the vacuum, I think it's Abyssal. So I privated that video, but that's the first ever video I made, actually, for anyone wondering. It's a vacuum repair video. I actually have a vacuum hobby. I have like 25 vacuums.
Oh, wow.
But, so the first video, or the first channel was We Will Fix It. And then, I stopped making videos on that one because it was on my dad's phone. I didn't know how to get it on my mom's phone. So I went over and was making videos on my mom's phone. Then I finally figured out how to get an account onto my phone. So I switched from hers to my phone. So I was doing that. And, oh, I just realized something. In the We Will Fix It subscription area, it is subscribed to a channel called My Boy Nick. Wait, when's the last time he got rid of all his videos? It's been a long time, actually, since he's been in my channel. I think it's been like 3 years. I remember him somehow, but yeah, it's been like 3 years. So
Well, I was just gonna say. So why did you walk? Because that's the thing, right? Like I said, you had the Lockdot channel done Roblox, and you've had this channel now that like you had the Hoover repair videos. Why did you leave them behind? Because obviously now you've got your main channel, right? Which is Lockdot 2, you know, 3.4K. It's like, why would you leave those ones behind? What made you kind of just be like, all right? I mean, I get the first one because, like you said, it was on your dad's phone, but the second one, which is I'm guessing the one that was the more recent one, the more like the proper one that done Roblox, excuse me.
I genuinely don't know exactly why. Okay, wait, let me go to the channel. Okay, maybe I can... Oh, Keen, I remember that person. Let me see if I can find it real quickly here, because I know it's on here. Because if I look at the channel, I might be able to tell why. I genuinely don't remember. You've genuinely stumped me here. Let's see. If
Joseph, you went 1 second.
Yep.
Oh, what's going on?
Not much. Just keep going, man.
Locked out. There you go. So the video or the channel was doing pretty good. So, it was doing. Okay, so I wanted to get Minecraft on the phone, and I didn't want to really be doing too much Roblox, and I wanted to make a new channel for Minecraft. So what I did was I went over and I made a new channel for Minecraft. And then I sort of forgot about the Roblox channel with an S at the end because there's 2 channels for Roblox. So that's kind of how that worked. I kind of just like forgot.
Was that good for content? Did you make a lot of Roblox content then?
Well, the videos are equivalent to...
Sorry about that.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
The videos are equivalent to pouring paint in your eyes and then getting a blowtorch and blowing your eyes out with the blowtorch.
I must say, I admire your talent for finding accurate analyses, analogies and stuff. You're right, Joe.
I'm just freaking out. I got back and I'm hearing about blowtorching people's eyes. Like, what? They were talking about Roblox channel. Lachlan is dying. This is his time to die. Yes.
It's funny, if you move this camera any left or any right, you'd see like axes and hammers on the wall.
Yes.
Like, he's just got like a murder den.
Locke, all around his room, he's got like all these dangerous weapons.
Locke is the Zodiac killer.
I have a moldy fork. I can give you botulism with it.
No. I don't know. The freaking moldy fork.
We've got you surrounded.
Put it down. You mistake. Get it. No.
Moldy fork.
I'll put it.
Alright, well,
that's going to be your nickname, Moldy Fork.
I was going to say, we'll go on with the next question, then we'll have to take a brief break for just a moment. Oh my god, Locke's in jail right now, currently. But yeah, we'll go on to the next question, Joseph, and then I'll have to jump off, and we'll come back, obviously, after the break. We'll take a small break.
Oh yeah, so we do one more question?
Yeah, one more question, which is number 9 here.
Well, you've produced quite a few successful YouTube Shorts, so I was curious to ask, how do you feel about YouTube Shorts in general? Do you think they are a great addition to the platform, or is it something that is just sort of taken over YouTube, but really not in a good way?
No, I don't really have much thoughts about it. I mean, it's a thing that's been added. I think it's probably good for YouTube, because they get more people going to their platform, I guess, because people like... So, have you ever heard of the thing where people have the viewing retention of a goldfish? They can pay attention for the sample. Okay. So
okay. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, people. So I forgot where it was. But people have equivalent to the viewing, or they can pay attention as long as goldfish. And actually, goldfish can pay attention slightly longer, apparently. But the thing is, people don't have people don't have attention spans. People, I can watch a video for an hour long and it's not going to bug me, but most people can't stand watching long videos. So they like going over and watching videos like YouTube Shorts. Like, YouTube did what I did. Like, they go look at TikTok, which I was, fun fact, banned on. They watch TikTok and go, oh, well, this place is blowing up. Why don't we put our own little toe into it? So they do. And yeah, it's good for them. It's probably good for the channels to make the shorts as well. I mean, if they stop getting as many views, it's because people are watching shorts instead of regular videos. I guess that's more of what it
I,
is.
I think you
well.
just hit the nail on the head there real quick. Like, I think you just hit the nail right on the head, because it's like, we talked earlier on, and you were, obviously you remember, earlier on in the conversation, we talked about how me, you, just everybody, people that we know as well, have noticed a massive reduction in viewership, subs, and views on live streams, right? And it's like, coincidentally, and I kind of blame shorts, because coincidentally, you look at when shorts came out, that's kind of when all this started to change. I think shorts, although they are a good thing, right? Like, you've had some good, like some very successful shorts. I have, Joseph has. Like, we've had some great success, and they're awesome, right? But I think the downside to them is they've kind of messed with the algorithm, and that's kind of what caused this shift to less subs, views, and, you know, overall viewers for us as content creators, because it's kind of they're favoriting shorts, which are based on TikToks, which are short digestible content. It's like Vines. I used to be a Viner back in the day, and it's the same idea. You know, it's this short digestible content, things that are a minute long or 20 seconds long or 6 seconds long. It's, you can keep watching, you'll actually end up spending longer watching them than you would on actual normal videos, because you think you're watching them for shorter periods of time, which is what's phenomenal about it.
I mean, it is still, though, it's good for the channels. Like, if we use shorts correctly, it would be good for it. Like, if I actually use shorts correctly, like, well, not correctly, but like, if I made more shorts, it would have, you know, build up like 1,000 views a short, or 2,000 or 100,000, and that would go over and make, you know, most of the videos take off, because that's usually, it's not thinking how YouTube works. Like, if one video does well, then the next ones will do well. So it should, in theory, help the average of the video views get more views.
The algorithm, yeah, I like the algorithm. Yeah, I get what you mean. It should, like, because you're getting more views on your shorts, it should translate into you getting hopefully more views on your, like, your normal videos as well, because you're continuously growing on these other avenues. But the thing is with shorts is shorts don't send notifications to people when you upload them, which is quite mad. And also for two, shorts don't always equal subs. So when people watch your content, like an actual, say, like a proper video of yours, like, you know, 1,000 days in hardcore, 100 days of hardcore, these kind of things, that's a proper piece of content, and people go, hey, I like Locke, I'm gonna go subscribe to him. But when it's a short, it's only 60 seconds, so it's, unless they see you a couple of times, they might not sub, which is kind of like the downside to it, I guess.
Well, the thing is, at least for me, I get more subscribers on shorts than I do on videos. Like, I gained 100 subscribers from a YouTube short, but there's one issue though. Yes, you gain subscribers from the YouTube short. The people are not interested in watching the other videos besides the YouTube shorts, except they only want to watch specifically one YouTube short, not, you know, like the other ones you post. So,
yeah,
like,
no, I agree with that.
For example, like, I think I got like 15,000 views on one of them. I genuinely don't know. Yeah, it's my most viewed one, and it took off like in one day. Well, not specifically in one day, but like, within a few hours time span. I think it was like 3 o'clock. It took off, and then 4 o'clock it was just flatlined. Like, it wasn't getting any more views.
Yeah, like
it just got gained all of its views with this, and like I gained 100 something subscribers from it, if I'm not mistaken, and I have not seen a single one of those. Well, I mean, I don't know what their names are because they don't comment on the shorts. They couldn't then. But, you know, you can't really, they don't come back to the, you know, channel. Why am I showing my phone when I'm trying to, sure, this is my channel. Why I shouldn't wiggle the phone around. It's important right now. Don't break it.
Big brain. I'm trying to put mine on charge. That's what I'm doing currently as we speak. But yeah, no, I mean, I get you, man, 100%. I think it's one of those things that's sad that a lot of the people that watch the shorts don't always subscribe right away, because like I've had shorts that had over 100k views, and that is a very awesome thing. I've had a buddy in Bloom, he's been a guest in the show. His shorts, for example, they popped off. You get a lot of views and a lot of subs from them, but it doesn't always equal subs when you get a lot of views. That's the thing. But especially with shorts, it's even less kind of to an extent, which is kind of the sad part about it. So yeah.
Well, the thing is, the subs don't really matter. The reason why is because, like, for example, I'm a very good example. Wait, 2 examples in 1. I'm a very good example of an example. Yeah, sure. That makes no sense now. My brain hurts. Like, for example, how many times am I gonna say example and assumptions? I keep saying that's just so many examples. Oh dear. But no, basically what I'm trying to say is what am I trying? Oh yeah, views. So, I'd say views are more important than subscribers. For example, I have 3,000 subscribers, and some of my videos don't even reach 30 views. versus other channels, you know, who have 1,800 subscribers, get 1,000 views a video. There's a big difference. Like,
but would you not rather have the viewership as opposed to the subs? Like,
Yeah,
if you're getting more active, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather have the views. Like, if I can get 1,000 views a video, that'd be better than 1,000 subscribers and 30 views. Because
yeah, I get you.
That means you're already, you know, like, YouTube's recommending your videos because people are watching your videos, because people are enjoying your videos. So that means you're doing something right when you're making the videos, most likely. So I'd rather have it so I know what I'm doing. Okay, this is now sounding completely wrong. Basically, if I had an option between no views and 1,000 subs, or 1,000 views and 500 subs or whatever, I'd pick the 1,000 views a video. That's basically what I'm trying to say, because...
No, I get you. Joseph, do you want to outro here real quick so I can go into the break? I got to go on a break real quick, everybody. I don't want to be rude. Just I'm going to run to the store, attend to.
Yeah, well,
so,
this
Joseph, you guys could
episode 23 of the podcast with our fantastic guest, Lockdot, and obviously my co-host, Catman Joe. But we're just going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in just a few seconds.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the interweb, to part 2 of the Forgotten Podcast, episode 23, featuring Lockdot. We had to take a small break right there just due to a technical emergency, of course, and that technical emergency was me going to get some bacon from the store, because it was almost shutting time for the store. How you all doing? Welcome back. So we're just going to kick right off where we left off and go into the next question I've got for you here, Lock, which is, where did the name Lockdot originally come from?
I knew you were going to ask this the entire episode.
It's an interesting question. I want to know, because it's like, I'm interested.
I was going to the bathroom, I was thinking, okay, I need to name my channel something besides nothing. So I just thought of 2 things I saw in the bathroom. Well, the first thing I learned how to fix was a lock. Then if I was bored before I had a phone, I used to just put a bunch of dots down, and it's the second channel. But, like,
I'm done.
thinking... Like, what do I name it? I just named it that while I was going to the bathroom. Yeah.
But wait, so there was no other external inspiration. It was like you went to the bathroom.
What you predicted he would say.
I swear to God, it is. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm so angry. I'm at the other side of my room.
I can hear you at a distance. Oh my God.
My first Roblox account was locked out. Alright, and someone said, well, not someone, 500 times I've been told this, are you trying to copy log.zip?
Who's that?
It's another YouTuber with like 2, 3, I have no idea how big he is. 2, 3.
Yeah, only like 2 or 3 subs, it's fine.
So, what I did was I went over, and my first Roblox account was called lock.zip1234. Just to annoy everybody, because everybody said I'm trying to be log.zip. Log.zip. So I named my account after it, because why not?
See?
And I progressively annoyed more and more people.
You sound like me.
Just as like you still like me. You're saying like, oh yeah. God damn, well, fair play. That's an interesting story, because I've always wondered where Lockdot came from, the name, because it's, you know, a little bit of like a comment that I've always had has been like, you know, why is it Lockdot 2? And I obviously understand, we're going to talk about that in a minute, so like we'll hold on to that one for a minute there, but it's kind of like, it's always kind of intrigued me, like, where did Lockdot come from? Because like, even you saying, obviously, right, you know, it's like your real name isn't got anything to do with Lock in it, you know what I mean? So it isn't like it's based on anything to do with your real name or anything like that, so it was like, I wonder where it came from, but that's interesting, actually. That's quite mad.
And to be completely honest, about me fixing a lock was the first thing I learned how to fix. It is, but the thing is, I don't think that has anything to do with the name.
No, yeah. That was just like sheer coincidence.
It's just something I can think of. Like, it's when someone asked, it's just the first thing I think of. Like, yeah, that's an idea of where the name came from, but to be honest, I have absolutely no idea.
No,
it's just something I thought of.
Obviously, picking a name is always like one of the most integral parts of, you know, forming a channel and creating content. And content overall is just changed. Like we've spoke about this throughout the podcast loads. But do you currently think now it's easier or harder to make and grow a YouTube channel today, rather than back in the day?
It's easier, 199.9%. with YouTube Shorts. If you asked modern time before YouTube Shorts, then I'd say harder. But since YouTube Shorts are a thing, all you need is just a camera, make 5 videos, and you'll be a millionaire or a million viewer. There you go.
That slap sounded hard. I can't lie. I was like, whoa.
I felt your
like,
brain hit the back of your head and bounce back.
Yeah, I was like, oh god. But no, I mean that's an interesting answer, I guess. I mean, I think you could also counter that because it's like it might be easier to grow with YouTube Shorts. Definitely. I mean, I think definitely it is, right, 100%. But I think with YouTube's new changes in their terms of service, like for example, now you have to be like family friendly, or you can get demonetized, or you can get your entire channel removed. You can't be too critical, you can't be too political, you can't be too this or too that. It's quite, I think, making actual general content as opposed to even just on the realm of shorts, you're quite limited as opposed to how you once were. Like if I could jump back to 2010 or 2011 YouTube, I would, because that was like an era where you could say what you wanted. Like you know,
pod lobbies would be,
yeah, like that was 2015 14, and that was still edgy, and that feels like it was years upon years ago. I mean, it was 6 or 7, but it's like it wasn't as long. But back in the day when YouTube was still kind of somewhat new, and it wasn't infested with companies or corporations, it was one of those things where everybody was using machinima, and everybody had MCMs, and everybody was making montages or making let's plays and clans and phase and all, you know, the hype houses and all these, like, or not hype houses, but like the you know, the YouTuber houses. These were like the early kind of days of YouTube, and back then it was, I think, a better time. I'd say it was easier to grow back then because there wasn't as many content creators as there is now. Like now, I mean, Locke, you and I both know, right? We both create Minecraft content. Yeah. It's not like there's just like 1,000 Minecraft content creators. There's millions. So like that's the problem. It's hard to grow because it's like, you and I both know you can make Minecraft content all you want, but there's so much competition out there, if you want to call it that. There's so much competition in the Minecraft community, it's difficult to grow. Back in the day though, if you jump back to 2012, 13, when say like someone like StampyCat started, you know, making Minecraft content, you could grow. You could make a Let's Play series and you could actually get an audience from it. It's incredible. You know, like yeah, back when that... Sorry, go ahead.
I'd say if we had our content in 2012, I'd say we would probably be doing quite a bit better because
100
currently our 2021 content is probably quite a bit better than content from 2011. My finger hurts now. I just smashed it on the
big brain.
Yes, fun fact, smashing your fingers on your table is a good idea if you don't mind your fingers being sore. But is it accomplished? You get a free nothing besides a free ouch. That made no sense. You get a free ouch if you do that.
Big Brain does that again just to make a point, like that. It's like, oh yeah, it's Big Brain. God dang. Well, all right, that's a fair enough answer. Well, going on from Joseph's question, right? Let me ask you something. And this is kind of, it is a bit of a thing because it's not related to you directly, so I hope you understand that, right? But although it's not directly related to you, I wanted to ask you what your thoughts were on Cairo. You know, Trey Cairo, L1T Cairo, I'm the bread and butter, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. What are your thoughts on his return to YouTube as a reaction channel? Like, he's obviously taken another break now, another hiatus for like 3 months, but what are your opinions on that?
It's just what he wants to do. There's nothing against doing what you want to do, so if you want to do it, you can. There's nothing wrong with it. That's kind of how I feel. Like, if IBX Toycat started making Fortnite videos, I'd still watch. It's still Toycat. I will still watch Cairo because it's Cairo. I will still watch Catman Joe if he starts making mukbang videos.
I would. I think that would be a great new addition to the Catman vlogs and all that sort of stuff. I feel like you should have that as a new channel, just Catman Mukbang.
No.
And then you want Catman ASMR.
Oh yeah, no, it's Joey Whispers. Joey Whispers. Hey,
don't ever call yourself Joey Whispers again.
That's what it was called. I've got a channel called Joey Whispers. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, now I take everything back, and you deserve to be sued. Right.
What is it called?
Locks. Just in deep thought. Thinking. Oh.
Give me a minute here. I'm trying to think of...
anything.
No,
if anything comes to mind at all, ever. What if I gave you a question to think about?
Am I missing something?
Sure. Go ahead and do that.
Okay, so...
what is above me? Why are you looking up?
No, I was trying to think of the channel... It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, I'm thinking of. There's okay. The channel called Linus Tech Tips did a funny video where
Lock.
he did a video on a dating
Lock.
app thing. The,
Knock.
Catman just turned into one of those channels.
Knock.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Hello?
Hello.
You there?
Are you there?
No. I've got two questions though. Number one, it says gullible on the ceiling, by the way.
Oh, it does. You said.
And number two, what are your plans for the future of your channel, and where do you see yourself in, let's say, 3 years? That got really like businessy.
I have no idea. Wherever I am in 3 years. I have no idea.
Really? What? I would never have guessed. Where do you see yourself in 3 years? There?
Guys,
Like,
thank you very much for watching this episode of the Forgotten Podcast. I've decided to end it all. I'm going to use this microphone cable, and I'm just going to be gone for a bit.
yeah, just like this, you know.
Exactly, bro. Give myself a good tie.
Oh god damn. I mean, come on, do you have any goals for your channel in the next year, or like, I mean, because you said and I don't know if I'm quoting here exactly, but you made a video, like it was like a look back for the year, and this was at the beginning of 2020. I don't know if you remember. You made like a video like looking back of all the things you've done this year, and you mentioned, I think, how you wanted to reach 4K or something.
Ah, yes. I did want to reach 4,000. So at the current rate, I think it'll be like 5 years till I reach 4,000. So yeah.
Dude,
Gotta start
that's
making
like
more shorts.
Half of the amount it takes me, so it's all good.
What was that?
Nothing, mate. It's fine.
No, he said that's a half the time it takes him to get there, because like Joseph, like he's grown, he's trying to grow himself. That's what he means.
Oh, are you doing pretty good on the YouTubes? That's what people say, right?
I feel like you're
There,
looking for a soul
we're cool
joke.
kids. now.
Yeah,
We say
man.
YouTubes
Dude,
and
my
bloggers.
dream at the end of the week is to hit 14 subs. So like, I'm getting
And
close.
to be
though.
alive.
I'm
14?
failing that one.
Edgy.
Wait, how many
No,
subs
no.
do you have? Used.
Joseph, Joseph's got over 2,000 subscribers.
And he's trying to reach 14?
Yes.
I think I'll reach
Locke's-
14.
Locke's
Seems like
doing
you're
the
doing
math right now. He's like looking at like.
He's like, this does
Oh,
not
then.
compute.
It's like, no, there's something right here. You're saying like.
Someone needs to
little bit
like click a sim selection.
It has to be possible, though, to gain 14.
That's why he keeps looking up. There's a green crystal floating up above him.
I'm like, oh, come on.
Oh, you've ruined the immersion. I don't. Nice door frame.
Where did the webcam go?
Can you just leave it there?
You can hear him, like, you hear him back there just clawing around, like, where's it going? Oh my god.
Where are we? POV, you're a mouse.
Oh my god.
Dang on.
Oh my god. He's broke his webcam. I had to get up in it.
Wait, I got it. I feel it. You see my fingers on the camera.
No, I can't see shit. Oh my god. I love how he's trying to prove Joseph wrong by saying there's not a big green crystal above him. Looks up and then drops it. It looks like he's like dying. He still hasn't got it. God, what's happened?
And there's all these cables here to tangle with.
Oh my god. His cable management. Oh my god.
The computer. People always complain about that. And
Oh my
there's
god.
even this hard drive sitting this loosely here. When you don't want that sitting loosely because
I love he's like. Hi. Hi Locke, welcome back.
Hello, how did you like your your travels down?
It was amazing. It was amazing. I had motion sickness.
Thanks
Oh
for
my
the
god.
adventure.
Oh my god, that was brilliant. Of course that would happen. Oh my god.
No more touching
God
my
damn.
camera.
Yeah, that'd be a big brain idea, honestly. Oh my god, man.
Touching it.
I just
Alright,
love trying to prove me wrong that you're not a sim.
And he just fell down. Alright. So moving on to the next question, Locke. Alright, I got my next question for you. jumping back sort of to one of my previous questions, when we were talking about your original YouTube channel, right? Why have you got so many YouTube channels? You know, you've got Lock.2, your main one. You've got your Lock.1 channel, another Lock.1 channel, Lock.xd, Lock Thoughts, and then finally the Lock channel itself, the original one. But you've also now, you said you got another channel as well, like the one that you used to upload the vacuum clean fixer tutorials to. So why do you have so many different channels? Like, what's the purpose of that?
Well, let's see. You already know about the two old ones. The one I wanted to do, so there's Lock Thoughts. That was one I wanted to do. I still want to upload some videos onto it, but I don't have that much content that I could post on there that wouldn't fit on the main channel. It's just been like a year since I made a video on there, but like, if I ever think of something I just want to just randomly ramble on about, which I'm pretty good at, I'll just pop open log in the channel and make a video on there, this low quality or a high quality one. I don't have a clue, but like I can make a video on there.
So I mean, what like you have? Sorry, Joseph, I was gonna say you have all these channels, right? You don't, because you've got Lock.2, which is your main one. I gotta ask as well, why haven't, because you've got the original Lock channel, right? Why do you name your channel Lock.2 when it could technically just be Lock, since it is the main channel?
I guess it just sounds better. I genuinely don't know. It was the second channel. I've been thinking of, so okay, it was a second channel when I made it. Like, there was the Roblox one, which is supposed to be the main channel. So technically Lock.2 is my second channel still. Though,
well, yeah, I mean, I would say that's not the case, right? Because Lock.2 is the main channel now, right? Honestly, I mean, like, I think everybody has that kind of era of their channel where they have numbers in their name. Like, all of us here have, right? I mean, you've got Lock.2. I actually used to use Catman Joe 2013 when I was younger, then 2014, 2015, etc. And Curious, Mass Cynic, his was Curious Hippo 123, the original, and then he changed it to Curious Hippo. But, like, it's one of those things. I think, honestly, man, you should take the number out of your name and it should just be Lock. I think that'd be, like, so much cooler. I'm not trying to say your current name isn't. Your name is sweet, but I'm just saying, like, Lock by itself is like, this isn't part 2. This is the main channel, Lock. So it's like, that's why I like it. I'm like, go ahead.
Oh, well, if I were to ever change it, I'd just name it Lock, because everybody calls me a Lock. No one really calls me a Lock. And no one ever calls me a Lock.2. I have been called Lock Dick and Lock Dork too, though, so that's something. But
I feel like you should rename a second channel one of those, and then just get
Lock Dick.
And be like, yo, what sort of content would go on Lock Dick? Actually, don't answer that.
I've been called so many weird things on YouTube before. Yeah, I've got like 10,000 different nicknames that people used one time, just because why not?
Okay, you know what? It's fine. I was just gonna say we had a nickname question a while ago.
What's the nickname?
No, we asked earlier on, well, do you have any nicknames? And you were like, nah, not really. Like, I get called Lock a little bit. Like, you never came out when I get called Lock Dick. Like, yeah, Lock Dick. Like that's. I'm like, what? All right, yeah, I get you. Fair enough. God dang.
There's so much stuff obviously going on content-wise, but is there anything you do outside of YouTube?
Like as a job or whatnot?
Oh, well, I do stuff on houses. I occasionally go outside and weed whack for like 5 hours straight, and then I go in and then I do it the exact same day in the exact same spot because, well, grass just slightly grows there and I want something to do, and I like weed whacking, so I go out there and endlessly weed whack.
Did you say you live in a portable portable housing?
Sort of. I mean, okay, it's not a portable house, but it's a portable house. So
they call that a juxtaposition.
Like MOBI, mobile home. Let me just Google it. Like, if I Google mobile home here, will it show me what kind of house I'm in?
Can you not describe it? I'm sure you live there.
Yes, I live. I'm literally in it right now.
Oh, I thought this was your garden.
No.
It's just like a minute.
Like,
no,
it's definitely not my garden. I used to actually have a garden. Yeah. and then it kind of got covered in mud. So I never bothered with it again. Let's see, there we go. Now I can press the images button on Google.com. Please give me the images. Come on, please. About 12 million results. No, that's billion. 12 billion results.
I see.
There we go.
What?
That's
Well,
like-
I mean,
yeah,
sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Joseph.
it's epic that. No, I have no input. I'm just trying not to.
All right.
Shit.
All right, I see. I see.
Because we were speaking about this when you went to the shops to go grab your bacon, but we're speaking about that sort of stuff, and he's just saying that he was in a more. He was just saying that someone could hypothetically steal his house.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
So,
you
Okay,
were in
so I
that
live-
conversation.
in a... How do I explain it? So, a mobile home is basically where it's built in a factory, basically. Like, well, not necessarily considered a factory, but like it's a place where they build them, and you can put them on the back of a big truck. You could take them to wherever, like here, and they take it off, and it has it doesn't have wheels on it. I don't think it has a.
You just live in a
stand.
wheelbarrow.
But I don't think so. I don't think they have wheels. I might be wrong though.
How
So
did
your
you
house
never
can't
notice
do a
it?
wheelie?
How did you not know? Yeah, how would you not notice if it doesn't have? Like, have you never seen outside the house and went, "Oh, there's wheels"?
Well,
Like,
you have to take the skirt off of the mobile home.
Oh.
It's
Wearing a
on stands. So it might have wheels. It has a trailer hitch on the front of it.
Okay,
Usually
so
they're sawed off and covered, but this one has a trailer hitch on it. So, in theory, if somebody wanted to be a big a-hole, they could go over and steal your house with you in it.
imagine
So,
that. That'd be an
it'd be
interesting
very hard.
kidnapping story.
Yeah, there's still me in my house. And, if they're going down a highway, I don't think they'd get too far without getting noticed, though.
I think towing a house would kind of alarm somebody. You know, so it's just, hey, is that our neighbor? Like, just like racing down the highway, just speeding down. That'd be top tier. I can't lie.
It's almost every time I go on the highway, I do see a mobile home, on the back of a trailer. Though the thing is,
Yeah.
they're new ones, not like this one's like 60 years old. It's not a 60-year-old
What?
one. It's
Oh,
new.
yeah. It's just not as new as some of the other ones.
Yes, this is 60 years old. So let's see, wait, 1970, whatever that is, in 2020.
It's 50. It's 50.
Oh.
But it's 50. If it was from the 70s, then it'd be around about 50, maybe 40 odds, but 40, 50s. Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. That's a fair answer. That's a fair answer. I was kind of intrigued because when you said like my home could be stolen, I'm like, what? Like, okay, but like it's a little bit of like a broad statement. But no, I get you. That makes sense. Well, man, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. We had like a bit of a side thing here with like the question that Joseph asked you, and that was, what about school? Like, what do you do at school? Do you go to school?
So I'm homeschooled, and
Oh.
I'm not really sure what grade I am. I forget. So I think I'm technically 8th, but I am not 8th. That made no sense at all, did it?
No, I don't get that.
Okay. Basically, how would I explain it?
Is it like you're doing the equivalent learning to a year 8 education system program?
No, I should be like 8th and 9th grade right now, and I think equivalent to maybe 5th grade, maybe? I don't know. Like I pull straight Fs, basically. That's basically what I get. So
wait, does your dad teach you or your mom?
So my mom used to be a teacher, and whatnot.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember what year it was. 1990 something. I have no idea. And
Yeah.
whatnot. So she's a good teacher. I'm just not good at learning. Like,
I would
okay.
disagree with that statement. I've learned a lot from this call.
I've learnt a lot from this podcast. This has been a very interesting episode. I can't lie.
Well, okay. So I know a lot when it comes to like building and how to actually do stuff. But like, if you tell me to do a math question, I can do it. I'll just use
I
Google.
feel like
If you
most
tell me-
people don't like the academic side of things. Though you don't need to be academic in most senses.
Yeah.
But like, reading wise though, like, I can read. I can understand the words. Like,
Mhm.
about 5 times a day, I might have to actually Google what a word means sometimes because it's a word I've rarely seen. I don't remember what the meaning of it is or whatever. But like, I know what a word is usually, and I can I can write. But if you ask me to write with the pen and pencil, I can, but I never once done it good. I can't barely stay in the line. It's not very good. I'm a bit better at cursive, meaning I sort of can read it. I went to the DMV to get an ID, and I failed it like 5 times writing my name down. So I finally printed it out for them because, yeah, I can print stuff somewhat decently. Like, you can read it. It's not on the line, usually. And all the letters are the wrong sized. Because
I get you. I was going to say, well, I mean, following on from that, right? Like, if you don't mind me asking, since you've you obviously been homeschooled, right? Obviously your entire life, I'm guessing. Then, I mean, do you ever sometimes like think, oh, I would have liked to have, gone to school, like high school, etc. Like, you ever sometimes think, oh man, that would have been maybe kind of cool?
No, I can't see myself doing something like that for, what is it, 8 hours straight? 10 hours straight?
It's usually 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like, for example, I know swim classes are not like that, but like, I have...
we don't swim for 6 hours.
No, but... like...
diving for knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the reason they stopped doing that was because the amount of students, dwindled very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, put it bluntly.
But like, I have a hard time even committing myself to like remembering to get on to something twice a week. It's like a long time ago, I had a speech problem where I had a problem pronouncing like 5, 10, 20 words. I have no idea. And
like a speech impediment.
Yes, and I'm still in the thing. I think it's okay. It's the day before I post a video on Wednesday. So what did Friday, Saturday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
The day before Tuesday as well. Sunday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday.
Monday.
There. It's just
Monday, Monday,
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes. I can do it forwards. I just can't do it backwards. So if I end up hitting the day and then going back to, then I can't because I can't think of the day. Never been good at
Alright.
Well, just to help you out, the one after Tuesday is June.
Imagine the month is June. You're saying like that's what it is.
No, the month's November currently. I almost said October.
November for the
that was last month.
1-1-1-1.
All right, man. Well, I mean, fair enough. That's a fair enough answer. I would have thought maybe that you'd been like, because you've never went to high school, you'd be like, oh, maybe that'd be kind of interesting. But I respect your opinion. That's pretty fair. Well, I mean, for my last question, or for our last question with you, Locke, sadly, we noticed on your Instagram back in 2019, you apparently got 2 copyright takedown requests for an undisclosed reason. It was never really acknowledged in the post.
2 different claimants as well, I know.
Yeah, two different people. What fully happened about that? Like, what was the story? This is back in 2019.
So I got an email, and then I just sort of disappeared, and it happened twice. So I got the copyright strike. I think I got the community guideline one in the past 2, and it just sort of did nothing, and it disappeared. I don't know how. I mean, it was still in there, but it wasn't on the channel. Does that make any sense? Like, it shows 1,
yeah,
2, and then like a few days later, I look and it says 0.
Oh, that's odd, unless it was retracted, because it was one of those things where it's like, normally, if any of us here, if you've never been copyright strike before, or claim, for any of the viewers listening, the way it works is when you get a copyright strike or a copyright claim doesn't really affect you. It's a copyright strike or a community guideline strike. If you get either of those 2 things, the first one, you won't get any trouble. You'll get a warning, which is like, you only ever get 1 warning, but you'll get a warning, and that means that you're okay. It'll just make you, next time when you log into YouTube or next time you go into your account or the studio, you'll get told, hey, read these rules, just look over them so you know fully what you need to understand, follow. But then the second one obviously would be technically your first, and you only need ever 3 community guideline or 3 copyright strikes, violations, to get your entire channel terminated. So you getting 2 is quite like, whoa, like that's what's quite crazy about it. Like, that would be quite scary.
Also, the first one I forgot to mention. The first copyright strike you get, or community guideline strike, don't know if that the limitations vary between the two, but you can't post anything on the community post for a week. You can't go over and post a video, and you can't go over and
live stream
the stream for a week.
Yeah. It's after you get, I think your first community guideline strike, when you get that, you're not in any trouble. But like, it's when you get your second, then, because you're getting close now to losing the channel, they tell you like, no, you can't upload for a week, you can't stream nothing. Like, I think there can be a week or it can be a month. Like, I remember a guy that I knew by the name of Bloody Hatchets, another content creator, he got like a month suspension or like 2 months suspension from even uploading. Like, they told him like, no, you're not gonna upload at all for 2 months. That's it. Like, and if you do, okay, but like, you know, you won't get allowed to. It won't let you. So I know, but it's quite a mad story, because I said we saw on your Instagram and we were like, wow, this is quite crazy, because you never stolen anybody's content. Like, what was the video that got copyrighted? It was like a Let's Play or something, right?
I think so. Okay. Somehow, for a while, I was getting copyright claimed when I said my intro. Hello and welcome to the show. This is Locked2 and welcome back to another Minecraft video on the internet. And then it disappeared. It's happening like for a month. I was just getting copyright claims, and then I disputed it, and then it goes away. Like after I think it was a day. So
that's weird.
And then it just stopped happening. Granted, I did stop using my intro, but I was still using my intro when it stopped happening.
Was this an intro song, or was this like just an actual intro, like you speaking?
Just hello and welcome to the show. This is Locked2 and welcome back to another Minecraft video on the internet. So, no song.
That's weird. It's weird that you get copyright for that.
Voice was like a song, and
hello, Yamase.
And then it went over and gave me a link or whatever to like what it is, and just a completely just random song.
I had a few I never had a strike, but I remember there was a song that I used that was not copyright, but they said it was copyright. I'm not going to appeal it, because if you appeal for it, they can fuck you over royally. But like, I clicked it. It's like, oh, this is the bit of the song that you've sampled and used. I'm like, this is a complete. It was like some Mozart piece, and I was like, I'm using like. I don't know, like I forget what it was, but I think it was like an old, it was a game OST, which was free to use, free to public.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh well, you can't use this bit of Beethoven. It's like, well, yeah, I know, but I'm not using that bit of Beethoven, you muppet. It's like
using any of Beethoven, like, yeah, stop it. God damn.
But yeah, YouTube is quite weird with that. It used to be very bad at detecting it, but I know they keep upgrading it, so.
Yeah, the actual detection system for copyrighted content or copyrighted material has actually improved quite a lot, and they're even doing ways of like making it so that the content creator doesn't lose all the monetization. So say for example you make a video that's an hour long and you use like 10 or 20 seconds worth of a song, that person will only get like a small portion of the revenue if they do want to claim it. So it's nice. They are making things better, but it's just taking time. Definitely.
That makes no sense though, because Beethoven is a song in the YouTube audio library, YouTube audio library, unless it has gotten removed. But I do have a Beethoven-ish like song.
I think some of Beethoven's work is non-copyrighted. I thought all of it is non-copyrighted because of the age, but I'm not too sure how it works with all that kind of stuff.
No, I believe it's. I mean, it might be, some of it might be free, but I think unless it's a different older artist. But I swear there's like the Beethoven Company or something that have got it. There's some sort of corporation that have probably taken it. It's like Michael Jackson stuff got taken by a company, and obviously he got sued to oblivion, and they got the repercussions. So it's the same sort of deal. But that's an estimate. That's not a complete thing. But I think Beethoven, some of it is free, but I know not all of it is. I think some of his incomplete things were like left for free. But his pieces were, I think, probably given to a historic company.
That makes sense. Well, sorry, want to go ahead?
You can even get copyright claimed from YouTube audio library songs that don't go over and show that you need, to put the license in the description. I've had that happen, I think, once or twice. It's a song I used, and it has like a flute. It is from the YouTube audio library. And someone seems to have went over and took their song. I guess might have changed like a note on it or something. I have no idea. It sounds like exactly identical. and they went over and made it so I get copyright claimed, or anyone else who uses the song gets
If I'm
copyright
ever
claimed.
incredibly unsure about a track maybe being copyrighted, I always just pitch
Upload
it
to
up by
not.
one tone.
Oh, right. All right. Just make it
Like,
harder for it to
yeah.
get noticed.
Well, yeah, because
And-
it's like, you know.
I get you. I get you. Well, I mean, damn. I get that. I'm saying 100%. I think copyright content on YouTube it's changing a lot. I'm saying, for the better. But I honestly felt that for our last question with you, Locke, it'd be interesting to hear that, because we saw that on your Instagram at the but this was way back in 2019, and I was kind of like, I wonder what actually happened here, because I've never really seen you make a video on it or more context on it or anything like that. So I think that was us. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What was that?
No, I just think you go ahead. Sorry.
What happened was, just basically it disappeared. I think I did tweet YouTube about it once, maybe. I genuinely don't know, but it was just kind of confusing because it just popped up for a few days and disappeared. And I've had that happen a few times in the past, but I haven't had that happen for 2019 probably was the last time it happened. I think that was the last time it happened. It's been like 3 years, 2 years now since it happened. But on the old channel, I was getting a few, which makes no sense because I was using the YouTube songs. Okay, I just thought I'd point this out. Okay, so Joe's camera is currently frozen, and he's just like, how do I explain this?
It's frozen. Mine's is good right now.
Here, I'll take a screenshot and send it to you later.
That's
It's
fine. Yeah.
amazing. It's like the most. What is it called? You're an investigator.
Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah. I look like a good investigator, man, Joe. I get you. I get you. I mean, since that's all our questions for you, Locke. I gotta ask: is there anything you wanted to ask us, or anything that you wish we'd asked you, or anything like that before we end?
No, I had a question, but I genuinely forgot the question, so that's a good start. And
What? Well, there you go. Locke, I gotta say, man, thank you for coming on this episode, man, of the Forgotten Podcast, episode 23, of course. It was a pleasure having you on, man. I'm sure I speak for both myself and Joseph or Mass Cynic. Dude, it was awesome, man. Again, to the audience, we've been planning this since November of last year, and it's been just something that we've wanted to do.
Like a redemption arc for the podcast.
Yeah, like, well, we've already said this. We told Locke this, and we told other people that we've had in the show and other people that were getting on the show this. For us recently, we've came back to YouTube, and I mean, Locke, obviously now you're actually our 4th episode back, which is that's a month of consistently uploading every single Saturday. So I mean, thank you honestly for being a part of this, man. Thank you for being a part of the episode. It's loving it. Like punch in the hand. But dude, it really has been a pleasure having you on the show, man, honestly, bro. And again, we wish you the best of luck and the best of success in the future with all the things that you do on YouTube, obviously with getting 4K and with hopefully just getting continuously putting yourself back into streaming and doing that as much as you can, and just producing great content, man, as always, man. Because I think me and Joseph both agree 100%, man. You're one of the more underrated content creators on the platform that we want to see succeed, man. So we really do wish you the best of success with that, man, honestly.
both are as well.
Thank you, dude. That means a lot, honestly, man. We work very hard. We all work very hard. That's why we got you on here, man, because we thought it'd be awesome, dude. It definitely was, man. I had a hell of a laugh. I hope you had a good time as well, Locke. And so did obviously Joseph, of course.
I'm definitely looking forward to watching this back and editing some bits in. I might have to put a green crystal above your head. But honestly, there's a lot of like definitely good moments. I've got a bit of freedom
100%.
to do some stuff.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait for us, all 3 of us, to watch this and hear it on Spotify or watch it on YouTube. It's going to be fantastic. But on that note, Locke, you want to promote yourself, promote your channel, any other channels that you own, etc. No, we insist. Go ahead, promote yourself. Tell the audience what you got coming soon. Everything.
If you want to see your family again, you will promote your podcast and everything else. Not your podcast. You now own a podcast.
Of course.
If you want to lose all the brain cells that you have, like Masky and Joe did.
This is going
Masked
well.
Cynic.
Masked, okay, masked as in you wear it, and cynic as in cynical. So masked, cynic.
I don't know what to call you because you have 2 different names. You have Hippo.
I don't have that name anymore, but yeah.
Just call him Joseph if you want it. It's Joseph works.
Just call me the anomaly, bro. I am an entity
anomaly.
at this point.
Anti-coronavirus mask.
That's what it is. That's what Joseph wears.
No, we can't say
100%.
that on YouTube, can we? Or can
You
we?
just-
No, we can. We can say
Oh,
coronavirus
okay.
on YouTube.
You say I got a coronavirus mask?
He said your character's got a coronavirus mask on.
Well, yes, it's because your profile picture is white like a mask, and your name's called Mask. So, like, you have a mask on.
Joseph just changes the color suddenly. Well, I
Now
mean,
you're
I said, well, Locke, if you're not going to promote yourself, I'll have to do it for you, bro. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, go check out Locke.guys. He's at 3,460 subscribers, I believe, currently. Go help him reach his goal of 4,000 subscribers. He's a great content creator. He streams actively whenever he can. He's a great guy. You can go hang with him, go chill
He's
with
got
him. I mean,
5 years to reach 4K. and
5
I
years,
think
we can do it.
We can
100%.
get it. We can get it quicker than that.
Way
Definitely.
further than that, way quicker, 100%.
Yeah, give it
So
like
guys,
2.5.
please do go check him out. He'll be in the pinned comment, obviously, in the description, and obviously, of course, or in the comment section and in the description, and his channel will be in the actual, of course, you know, the title of the video. So check it out. Go ahead, man.
But you might lose all your brain cells like Masked and Joe did.
To an extent, we did. It was an interesting experience, a funny one at that. But yeah, everybody, thank you for watching this episode of the Forgotten Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to drop a like in it, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and of course, leave us a comment letting us know who you want to see on the show next, and of course, what you thought of this show, giving it a rating of 1 to 5. And guys, once again, go check out Lock.Lock. Thanks for coming on the show, man. It was great seeing y'all here. Love y'all. We'll see you guys on the next episode, on episode 24.
Keep being mediocre. You need a restraining order.
I do. I really do.